All right, good evening, everyone. Let's just kickstart this event. So I'm Hans, as the coach of Team SAP. So in these past few weeks, we have worked closely with our customers, SAP customers, Chris, Niklas, and also Chicken, and our project lead, Sneisha, and our lovely 6 developers here. So to experience more about our app, let's invite Lee to the stage.
Long time ago, stars like Polaris guided our ancestors outdoors. But indoor navigation wasn't that a problem because the caves they lived are very small. Back in our days, map applications are widely used in our daily life. But in most cases, they can only guide us to the entrances. What happens indoors really depends on your own luck, because the indoor scenes are large and more complex now. Please imagine the following scenarios. You are in IKEA trying to pick up all your furniture, but what you can rely on is just a bunch of confusing numbers. Or you are in the airport, it's the last call, but you just can't find your gate. Or you are in the MI building trying to find the room 20. You walk along the hallway and you're counting the numbers, 18, 19, but the next room must be 20. But surprise, it's 33. And the newly opened Galileo building is such a mystery. You try to follow the orientations on your phones, but it wiggles. You have to turn around and then turn back. You keep doing this on the street as the time flies. Next year, the new SAP office building of our customers will be finished. And our customers certainly don't want their employees to get lost before an important meeting. That's our solutions for these problems will be our app Polaris. Polaris intuitively guide the users using augmented reality. With AR, you don't have to figure out how the maps work or what the street sign means. You just have to follow the arrows on your screen. They will tell you which way to go. Our team member, Yiwen, applies as a working student at SAP. Unfortunately, her interview today is in a Galileo building. So let's see how the scenario differs with and without Polaris.
The clock is ticking. You are lost. You are running. You are rushing. But finding a room in this labyrinth is like finding a needle in a haystack. And the interviewer is not pleased. Will you get to your interview in time?
I guess not.
Let's start over. Polaris can easily guide you around campus and lead you to your destination. With the help of AR technology, you don't have to worry about the complex map of the confusing room numbers anymore. And guess who's on time for the interview? Polaris, your smart guide around campus. Just follow me.
And that's the trailer, and now let's focus actually how our application is architected. The first subsystem that we have is actually the route planning subsystem, which is responsible for the planning the user's journey from its current location. It takes the user input, and then the route will be calculated. The second subsystem that we have is actually the called AR navigation subsystem, which is basically the backbone of our application. Upon receiving a route from the route planner, it will guide the user along its journey in an AR environment. And lastly, we have our data management system, which is usable for the managing whole application data through the application lifecycle. The data can be like the possible locations and also the user session. Now that we have every system connected with each other, now let's see how they interact actually with each other. And for that, once you open the app, the route planner will retrieve the list of whole places. And it will deliver it to the recommendation and the filtering system, and the recommendation and filter system will make a proposal to the user. And now that the user hopefully found its preferred destination, it will be communicated with the route planner alongside with the user's current location. And the route planner will calculate the route, and now we have our route. Now that we have our route, we are going to communicate this route back to the AR controller in the AR navigation subsystem. Now that AR navigation subsystem has the route, it can calculate the coordinates, and it can tell to the AR interface which models should be rendered on the phone display. And also the user's current AR session will be managed by the user session manager. And now let's see actually our live demo. Levon, our friend, is a second interviewer in the SAP building today. He will gonna have a interview on the door at my right. He will gonna come from above and walk through the hallway till the door. And let's see everything in action.
Okay, then I'll start. Let's see what happens. So yeah, I'm the guy who lost it. Can't find my path to the door. So I hope during the path the AirPlay will work. So I can just tell what I'm doing now. I'm choosing the left door destination, the one that you can see on the left. And now I can see the arrows in front of me. Sorry, sir, I need to go left. Yeah, still no AirPlay. Now I'm seeing arrows showing that I need to go straight, and it was generated with AR. And even if I rotate my phone, these arrows do not get disappeared. Still no AirPlay, nice. Thanks to Apple. Yeah, as you can see, I don't know, it's a Max Pro. Big size, you can see the arrows here, maybe.
Try to reconnect now. You are now closer to the security. Yeah. Magic.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like something like this, the whole path, you see. Just believe us, it's working. And yeah, I reached the destination. And as you can see, it automatically understands that we reached the destination. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it took longer than expected. Sorry for the delay. But let's actually focus on our routing mechanism, how we actually route the user in the AR. It's just like actually the star constellations. I mean, back in the day, people used the star constellations to be guided by the stars. Now we are created indoor maps, just like star constellations. And when you first locate your place with an image, just like looking at the stars with a telescope, the route will be calculated, and the AR anchors provided by the AR kit will be placed in the AR setting. Now that we have our AR anchors, we can actually model objects on it, just like that. And when we have our instructions, I mean the 3D models, they can actually guide us pretty good, because they have a fixed position in a space, and they can be used to place virtual objects into a scene, which in the end helps us to render 3D models. And let's talk about our progress so far. We actually integrated the AR kit, and we also implemented a map. We also integrated the maps. We are still working on the indoor navigation, but not on the AirPlay, sorry for that. And we are also trying to extend the application with multiple locations. We are going to also implement the outdoor navigation for our application, and we are going to also implement recommender systems. And that's our part. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of here today. Stay tuned for the client acceptance test, and let's turn to our customers for the questions and answers. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, can you hear me? Yeah. Team, I want to congratulate you on your on the app that you have done so far. It's really great to see that the ideas that we had while doing this problem statement are now actually realized by you, and it was also great to see that that the app was also reliable. It wasn't your fault that something didn't work. And I was really happy to see that you were confident enough to also joke a bit about it. I was also happy to see the connection to Polaris and to the app icon, and then the route planning. And I want to congratulate you on everything that you have done, and I'm really happy to see that you have used your ideas and imagination to implement this AR experience and to realize this indoor navigation problem, which would be really useful for the future. Thank you. So, about a question from my side would be to maybe all of you, or maybe one of you can answer it. So far, from your experience, what would you say are the pros and cons of this cloud anchors approach?
Test. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What is the advantage of AR anchors?
The anchors.
Yeah.
Okay. So the anchors basically help us to avoid using any beacons in the building we are at, and also they help us to avoid using any extra hardware for the app.
About disadvantage, so what would be?
Yeah, for now the disadvantage is that you have basically to map each node in the building before starting a navigation, and you have to store that.
Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
Just one question.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. Was really good. I really liked the funny video in the beginning. So my question would be, so how do you initialize the indoor navigation part? I think you said something about image recognition, right? What do you have any idea of how you make any fallbacks if the image you use for recognizing or for initializing the indoor navigation changes? Any ideas on that?
So yeah, as you said, the starting point could be an image, but it also can be a scene. And we know that a scene cannot change. But in case you use an image for starting your navigation and you move that image to another place, then you have to slightly change your map and change the anchor node from which you start. So basically, it's a simple adaptation for the map.
Okay, thanks.
Any other question? Okay, thank you.